Hi everyone, Kelly here from The Shrinking Teacher, and I just want to say I hope you are having a great week and give you a quick update. And I also got tagged from Sassy VSG for a 10 things you didn't know about me video. So I am going to do all that in an update right now. So we will start with the stats. And last week, I'll start with the beginning. My height weight was 286, and my surgery weight was 266, so I lost 20 pounds before surgery. I had surgery on December 10th, 2015. I weighed in last week at 229.9, and I got on the scale today at 226.8, which is super cool. This is a big week as far as a couple of milestones. One, I did lose 3.1 pounds this week, so whoop whoop, that's awesome. And the other big thing is from 286 to 226, I am down 60 pounds from August in my high weight, and I was probably still that weight in September also. So 60 pounds down since September is awesome. And I told my husband this week, I feel like the 130s just flew past. Like I remember being in the 250s and 240s for a while, but the 230s just seemed to fly by, and now I'm at, 226.8. So, which means I'm technically not 60 pounds down. I'm like 59 point, I don't know, 8 pounds down, but I'm going to take it as 60 pounds down. So anyway, cool week. I did pretty good this week with my nutrition. I did have a little bit of trouble in the last couple of days, and with my protein, sorry y'all, I'm on a selfie stick, and there we go. Alright, that's a little bit better. I just am laid up in the bed, and I didn't want to get up, so I'm just going to stay laid up in the bed for this video. But anyway, so I had a hard time this week with water, more than usual. I also had a hard time this week with protein. I hit my protein goal every day, but I have not had any shakes in the last week or so. Grocery money was tight this week, and I've had my snacks and my hummus and protein, cheese and cottage cheese and deli meat and that kind of stuff, but I haven't had any protein shakes. So all of my nutrition has come from real food, which is a good place to be because shakes are expensive, especially the Premier Protein ones. So anyway, that's kind of where I am this week. I did have struggle with my water goal this week as well. I would hit it, but like barely, or be under and be at like 50 ounces, 50 or 60 ounces. So anyway, but the scale is still in my favor, so that is awesome. So Sassy VSG tagged me in a 10 things I didn't know about you video, and it's hard to remember what I've said in certain videos and things that I haven't said, so sorry if any of this is a repeat, but I'm pretty sure that most of this is new information. So these are in no particular order. They were just as they came to me. The first thing, number one, is that in my life I have only had one boyfriend, and his name is Jason Westbrook, and he is my husband, and I love him very much. And not only was he my first and only boyfriend, I did not meet him until I was 23, and we got married within a year of meeting each other, but he was my first kiss, he was my first everything, and I love him very much, and he is so supportive of my weight loss surgery journey. So I am very blessed to have only had one love in my life. Number two, as a child, I had ear surgery, and I had multiple tubes multiple times, and I also had a major ear surgery. And due to that, I did not learn to swim until I was like later in childhood, because I just couldn't be around water as a kid because of the tubes and ear problems that I had and stuff. I've got a pretty gnarly scar like behind my ear right here. They had to go in and clean out my mastoid, whatever that means. But I guess it fixed it, because through my adult years I've not had any ear problems. I actually did not learn to dive into the deep end until I was a teenager, and I was working at a summer camp. On a sad note, my number 3 is that when I was a little girl, when I was 8 years old, my father passed away. And so the majority of my childhood, I was raised by a single mom. And, she did an amazing job with what she had. I have an older brother, and she raised us well. And, we are still a tight-knit family, but my dad died of a lung disease called pulmonary fibrosis. His sister, actually my Aunt Kay, died of the same thing. So we're thinking that it has hereditary roots. So I need to, one more reason for me to have done weight loss surgery, to have healthy lungs, and to not pass that down. And I would hate to shortchange my children by my life ending at a young age. My dad died when he was 40 years old, and he was a wonderful man, and I still miss him to this day. But so that's one more thing about me. Number 4 is that I love to sing, and I do sing. I sing with my church choir. I sing on a microphone. I sing backup. I sing harmony parts. I sing lead every once in a while. And I just love to sing. There will probably not be a YouTube video of me singing unless I get really brave. But there's not many recordings of me singing. So anyway, but I do enjoy music and singing. Number 5, I went to Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina for my 4-year undergraduate degree in Family and Consumer Sciences Secondary Education with a concentration in consumer education. What does that mean? It means I can be a family and consumer science teacher. I can teach Foods 1, Foods 2, interior design, teen living, parenting and child development. I can teach grades 6 through 12. Currently I am teaching high school, but I absolutely loved and adored going to Appalachian. It was in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina, and it was, you either love it or you hate it because of the weather. And it was cold and snowy and beautiful, and most beautiful summers I've ever seen were in the mountains of North Carolina. So I absolutely have a heart for the mountains of North Carolina. The next one is, I was starting to run out of ideas. So the next one is, I graduated high school when I was 17 years old, which means I started kindergarten when I was 4 instead of when I was 5. It also means I graduated college when I was 21. I had my first teaching job, and I was 21 years old. I was barely legal to drink. And I actually, my first year teaching, or my student teaching year, I had a student in my class who was 20 years old, which I thought was hilarious that he was only 1 year younger than me. Number 7 is that, I said I love to sing. One of the things I do with this, talent is that I direct our children's special music programs at my church. So anytime we have a big event, like we're getting ready to have Easter in the park, and which I love doing Easter in the park. We have Easter outside in a big amphitheater in my church in our city park. Our kids will be singing a song. you know, in the summer when we do Vacation Bible School, I plan the music for it and so forth. We know when we do Christmas music, I'm the one who directs our kids and so forth. I could not this year because I was having surgery. I was, you know, a couple weeks out from surgery at Christmas this year. But I love doing music with the kids and special programs and that kind of stuff. The next is kind of how I grew up. I grew up, this is number 8. I grew up with parents who were restaurant owners. When my mom was pregnant with me, she was eating, or she was looking at a magazine. My dad was looking at a magazine, and inside of it was a picture of a Subway sandwich. And he said, I want one of these. And she said, okay, me too, go get one. And he said, no, I want to own one. And he started the first Subway sandwich shop in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is where I grew up. And my dad was a restaurant owner until he passed away when I was 8. My mom took over the restaurant for an additional 8 years and then sold them when I was 16. So growing up in a restaurant, kind of helped lead down the path of me wanting to teach something about food and cooking and that kind of stuff. Number 9. My first car was a 1988 Volkswagen Cabriolet convertible. It was candy apple red and a stick shift. It took me 2 months to learn how to drive the stick shift. The first time I drove it to school, I stopped at a stop sign and grinded out all my gears when I started again and coasted through the intersection, scared to death. And I had a girl that I was supposed to be taking to school, and she was scared to death too. But love my little Cabriolet convertible. I sold it several years ago, you know, before I had kids. Alright, and then number 10 is kind of obvious given what I do for a living. I teach kids how to cook, and I've done a really good job lately of teaching them some healthier foods, some of the things that I have learned from my journey. But I guess number 10 is just that I love to cook. I don't necessarily love to cook dinner for my family each night just because it's more of a chore. But I do love to experiment in the kitchen. I love to try new recipes. And honestly, I will say that's been one of the awesome things about my weight loss surgery journey is that I've learned how to cook more healthfully for me and for my family, and to be able to cook things that my kids will eat and my husband will eat, but is also healthy for us. So that's been awesome. So hope that was exciting for you. A little bit of a tidbit about me, and I'm about out of time, but I want to express a huge amount of gratitude towards those of you who continue to comment with all of your feedback and your questions and so forth, as well as those of you who are new to my channel. Welcome to my life, and I just want to have a place of honesty to put myself out there. I was glad to do the top 10 things video because I didn't really know what to talk about this week. So anyway, it's a successful week. I'm down 60 pounds. I'm down 3.1 pounds for the week. I did start Couch to 5K app today. And the cool thing is because I've been going to the gym and working out, it did not kill me. You know, the jogging and the running and the walking did not kill me. So I'm looking forward to putting a 5K on the books here maybe in the spring or early summer to get ready for it. So anyway, I hope you have a great week, and I'm going to run out of time. So have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, P.S. Just thought about this. I totally didn't tag anybody in the tag video. So tag, you're it. If you watch it, make a 10 things people don't know about me video, and if I have subscribed to you, I will go back and watch it. P.S. It was really exciting for me to be tagged for the first time, just so you know, Sassy. But if I am not subscribed to you, please leave your name below, and I will be glad to subscribe. All right, have a great week. Bye.